Willingham. That's Delita. I am Travis. It is Tuesday? Monday? Wednesday?
It's
Wednesday. And it means it's time for Wednesday night Dynamite.
It's Wednesday, guys. Wednesday.
We'll figure it out.
It's Wednesday night for Dynamites.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're starting out with some jazz.
Chris Jericho out there.
Jericho Appreciation Society.
Walter's favorite people. Who we have in the chat? Walter. Hey, Walter. We have Rory out there. Hey, Rory.
Rory.
Ayla's with us as well. Hey, Ayla. How's everybody doing? Looks like Walter won bingo today. Fantastic. He'll be here on Friday for SmackDown. He's going to be here till 9:20 his time in chat. Rory says, hi, all. Ayla's like, hey, hey, hey. And Walter's booing the Jericho guys. Even though he's really a big fan.
I couldn't hear him anyways.
That first part you said loud enough. It's fine. Disgrace to the Ring of Honor.
Can you imagine how terrible you'd have to be in disgrace to Ring of Honor?
Disgraces. Ring of Honor disgrace. Pickle's in the chat. Hey, Pickle. He's all about the Wednesday. And you know all that hibbity-bibbity. Yeah, hibbity-bibbity. It was like, is that a chat screen in front of you, Delitha?
It is.
Basically a chat screen. Just a screen.
It's a screen with the chat on it. That's called a chat screen.
It's just a screen with words on it.
That she just read your comment on.
It's a regular computer screen. It's not like one of those fancy chat screen things, but it works.
It's pretty fancy,
It was
Nancy.
free, so, you know. Pickle's like, bobbity boo. Oh my god, hibbity bibbity bobbity boo. And Ayla's like, hi, Walter. Pickle's like, OMG, David J. Pumpkins, guys, in the front row. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Who is David J. Pumpkins?
Oh, you ain't know? Oh, she's kind of cute.
Do you know him?
Uh-oh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't even sound familiar.
Who is David J. Pumpkins? Which guy in the front row?
Probably somebody named Pumpkin.
Well, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have his name tattooed on his forehead.
Maybe
Well,
he's
I
dressed
don't
like a
know. He
pumpkin.
might. People are pretty stupid when it comes to those kind of things. Ayla's like, don't yell at me, Travis. Jeez.
Nobody's yelling at you. I was yelling at her.
Walter's like, Daphne, YouTube did an upgrade on this. It did an upgrade on what specifically, Walter?
Just doing upgrades. A little bit at a time.
Piccola says, look, it's Mr. Personality, Wheeler Yuta. Oh, stop it, Piccola.
Right now we got Chris Jericho out there with Cesaro. Or Claudio Castagnoli. And Claudio hitting Jericho with those European uppercuts. Or now we just call them uppercuts because we don't call them European uppercuts anymore.
Ernest Bell in the chat. Hey, Ernest says, well, hello.
Hello, Ernest.
Walter's like,
Good to see you in here.
Blackpool for the win and William Regal talking.
Yeah, anytime that you can get rid of this Garcia guy, yeah, for sure. That's
I don't know. Yuta's out there, too. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to see either one.
It's terrible. They should actually just put Cesaro and Jericho together and get rid of the other two riffraff.
Right? Ayla's like, no, Travis, you were yelling at me through her. Piccola
But it's
says,
a chat that's on a screen. Therefore, it's a chat screen.
Piccola says, oh, so it was an SNL skit and Tom Hanks had this pumpkin jacket on maybe 5-6 years back.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live for probably over 15 years, Piccola. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's been close to that. If it hasn't been, I'll be surprised. But yeah, at least 15
So
years
nobody
ago.
on my immediate side, so my mom didn't watch it or my grandparents didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I never watched it unless I was at Larry's. But then we had to be to bed if it was during the week.
Right.
You know, or we had to be outside because we'd sleep outside in the summer for
Right.
fun, you know. But we had to be outside by 10:30. So I never got to watch Saturday Night Live ever. So like when people say that, it's like, I don't know anything about Saturday Night ever.
I didn't start
I mean, I
watching
know
Saturday Night
the
Live
classes of them, but I don't know.
until I got older, and I was probably like graduated from high school, and I'd hang out with my dad and watch TV and he would have it on. And so I'd sometimes watch SNL with my dad. But that was back in the day with, like, the guy, Katane. What's his face? Something Katane.
Oh, Chris Kattan.
Yeah, that guy. And he was, like, a goat. He was, like, Goat Boy or
well,
something.
that was the other
The
guy.
other guy, but it was during
and
that
he always
time.
had the glazed over eyes.
Yeah.
Nah.
He's Goat Boy.
He's pretty funny.
And my dad and I would just laugh our asses off about it. I don't know why. It's kind of like going to the movie theater with my dad and watching the second Ace Ventura,
right.
and he's coming out of the fake rhinoceros's
butt.
rubber asshole, and my dad and I are just laughing up
just
a storm
dying.
in the theater. Nobody else was laughing, just us. It was so funny. So there's that.
His fan stops and he's like, no. Like
he's
that fan would
good
keep
time.
you
He's
calm.
just like eating his snacks and just like dun, 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 dun.
Secret agent man. Oh, Wheeler Yuta using Castagnoli as a weapon.
Yeah, broke that guy in half. Jericho's like, do you need help? No. Let's see. Ayla. Walter's like, AEW good wrestling. Ayla's like, you want to fight Travis? I'll head over. Come over and get some stuff.
Hey, there's a doll here for you. It needs
There's
to
a
leave my house.
doll and a couple other
I don't
things
want to
that you
wake
need to
up in
pick
my
up.
bed and have it sitting next to me. You know what I mean?
He's having meltdowns about it, you know. People's like, since Mango? For Mango face. Walter's like, Ayla, don't LOL. And Chris is like, hello, Travis and D. Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Ernest Bell says, do it. And Walter's like, Jericho's group always cheats. Do they? Do they, though? And Ravi's like, hello, hello, hello. Is this a wrestling show tonight? Yeah.
Great wrestling show. AEW. It usually moves pretty quick. It's only a 2-hour program. And Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta are going to be out of the way right out of the gate. So this could turn into a fantastic night for wrestling.
Oh.
A good chance that we get
Some different stuff,
the Young Bucks and the Kenny Omega back here pretty soon.
right?
Supposedly
might
they're
happen.
backstage.
Ooh, backstage. Maybe off of their suspension.
They're going to be at some capacity, which whether means they're drawing up the program or they're going to wrestle one of the two.
Right.
I'd like to see Kenny. They need Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're about ready to push MJF. And if you're going to push MJF,
You can't push him.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of a...
It's going to be weird.
Which is weird. I mean, if I was them, I would turn off. I would cut the whole MJF thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working.
Right?
It's boring. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to cut that and wait till CM Punk comes back, and then start it back up. He'll come back unless they do something stupid. But I mean, I would plan on him being back, and then use the MJF thing with him. That storyline was built over a year.
Right.
Like, you don't just drop it and then have MJF wrestle freaking whoever won last week, which was John Moxley, after he killed Paige.
Right.
We won't be seeing Paige tonight.
Yeah. By the way, he didn't break his neck or anything. He just has a concussion.
He got knocked out.
He got knocked out like Travis and I kind of thought when we went back and watched it a few times. It looked more like he did get knocked out. He got hit about right here with that clothesline, and there's a nerve right there that immediately just knocks you out. It happens in boxing and UFC all the time.
Well, they
And in real
teach you
life.
that in karate.
And so it knocked him out, and so when he fell, he was pretty much unconscious. So even though he fell kind of funky looking,
Yeah, he landed on his
he might have
face.
hit his head a little bit more when he fell. But they took him to the hospital for precautionary purposes. They put him through the concussion protocol, and he does have a head concussion. So he will be out for a while until he's cleared, which can be a few weeks. So, but I'm glad that he's okay. I mean, we were all kind of worried, so I'm glad that he's all right.
Yeah. With those head concussions.
Well, we thought he broke his neck.
I know.
Ayla says, just kidding, my car's a POS, so he'll have to fight me over here. Ha ha. Great. Robbie's like, "Hello, that's Jokes eating his snacks." Ayla says, "I know, laughing. I can come by tomorrow, hopefully." Walter's like, "Rough toss Jake Hager." Yeah, you want the rough to toss him? I don't know. Aubrey doesn't really toss people too much or toss them out.
You could bring me some fish and I'll pay you. I think I have money. I do. I think I have cash.
Piccolo says, "It's incredibly odd, like it's a young person show. Like, I don't believe if I was older, the sense of humor on SNL makes sense now to me." I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's outdated or if it's just silly. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I keep running into these clips on, what is that called? YouTube? Mm-hmm. I sent you one. And it's the white guy. So the black guy writes his jokes, and the white guy writes the black guy's jokes.
Oh, okay.
And then they have to read them. And so they're usually very highly racist, and they're hilarious. Those are pretty funny.
It's funny.
You saw that one I sent.
The one that you sent me, yes.
You're like, oh, dear Lord. But see, that's what I miss in comedy is the racial humor. I've always liked it. It has nothing to do with being racist or anything. It just, I like it. I like the freedom to just be able to talk.
Just have a sense of humor. Mm-hmm. About anything and not be called weird names about it and censor yourself because people are offended. Right. That's what comedy is supposed to do, offend people.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, if that's on there still, I'd probably watch that just for those skits.
Ayla says, "My car switches gears now while in drive. Well, reverse so far. Fun." Yeah, that's not.
So when you're in reverse, it shifts to drive? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Or when you're driving down the road, it shifts into reverse, because that's dangerous.
Yes.
I mean, that'll blow your whole transmission out.
Okay. Pico says, "Oh boy, don't you need all the gears, Ayla?" Pico's like, "What's the best angle in AEW?"
I don't know. I kind of like the whole thing going on with Wardlow and Brian Cage right now. I think Cage is going to beat him for the title.
Oh, yeah.
It would make sense. And then let Wardlow go after the world title against
MJF.
Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because that was already in motion prior.
True.
That's what I'm saying. These storylines are already there. They veined them for 2 freaking years.
Yeah, and they just put them on the side burner because of some people and their weirdness. Yeah.
Backdrop. Oh, no. Claudio Castagnoli lands on his feet. Oh, code breaker.
Walter says on WWE NXT, The Rock's daughter made her debut.
Yeah.
Fun.
She ain't very pretty, is she? You think that she'd be kind of pretty? Like, I mean, I don't know what The Rock's girlfriend or wife
I don't
or
know
her
what his
mom
first wife looked like. Her mama is different from the mama of his 2 little babies that he's got. Ayla says, "I needed to stay in 1 gear, Fat Lisa. Just 1 until I decide to switch it, not when the car decides." Ernest Bell
well,
says,
hypothetically, when you're in drive, it goes through 3 gears. Sometimes 4. I don't know if you have overdrive on it, but most automatics have 3 gears. Have you tried to just drive in second?
Yeah, a lower gear instead of like the drive or overdrive.
So I don't know how many gears you have on your shifter and just see what happens then. Because hypothetically, it could be an air thing also that can cause that. Mm-hmm. Have you had it looked at? Because you can still have it looked at and they won't charge you just the time that it takes to look at it. So for like $50, you can figure out what's wrong with it. And then that way you're not playing any guessing games.
Ernest Bell said, "What happened to Kenny? He got suspended."
Kenny and the Bucks got suspended with CM Punk. They all got suspended at the same time for
having an altercation. That's stupid. Walter's like, "Come on, Yuta and Claudio win." And
uh-oh.
Like, I guess
that's
safe.
it.
Ayla's like, "Super safe."
1, 2, 3.
There you go, Walter. You got your wish.
I don't know why I'm yawning.
Robbie says, "Is MJF worth pushing?"
No, not right now. I
used to be.
I feel like there's no story to push him now. The whole thing was revolving around CM Punk. So, to me, no. Not with the story that they have going. So, Sorry, MJF. And trust me, I mean, if anybody's listened to me over the last 2.5 years,
Ayla wants
3
to know
years,
how much fish.
half a side or whatever it's called.
At least 3 pounds.
Well, yeah, but it's called a side. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what she told me. I'm using her lingo back to her.
Half a side of fish.
Yeah.
Robbie says that. Ernest says, Ayla, have you seen me on Instagram? Vindicator says, so I don't think AEW is trying to win over Delitho with this opening match.
No.
No, Vin. Nor the promo that's happening right now.
They're going through all of them right out of the gate.
Ernest Bell's like, where's Kenny? On suspension.
Even got that blonde tot.
Ayla says, when I'm in reverse, it switches to neutral. So far, only switches while I'm trying to back up. Not while I'm driving, but I'm sure that'll happen.
Right. Yeah, I would go get it looked at real quick. I would say take it to Alameda Automotive, but I don't even know if it's called that anymore, and I don't know the new owner. But
I don't know if they actually work on cars.
All I do know is that they have so many cars over there, and they're so busy working all the time that you might not be able to get in. It blows my mind. They're 3 or 4 times busier than they were when, what's his name owned it.
So those cars are always there. I've never seen them change.
So you just think the guy just holds on to cars, the car lot.
No idea what he does.
There was a cop car there the other day, and it went in and out.
There's absolutely no signs to say what the fucking business is called.
They were painting it. That's why they painted the whole building. It's all nice now.
They had a boat sign up that's all they were doing was boat stuff for a while. So I have no idea. Pickle's like, I have to search for older George Carlin sketches.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Pickle also says, oh, look, guys, in the corner, that's the Filipino flag. I missed it. Sorry. Ayla says, I don't know cars, so remember me telling you the gears shifted. So now drive is 2 and backing up is neutral, and to park, it's in between park and reverse.
Right.
Oh.
So Daniel just said something to him, but it sounded like... if you guys heard that, because I didn't hear what he said.
Vindicator says wrestling commentators are so obnoxious, overhyping people's strength like nobody has ever seen it before. Geez, guys, time to evolve your shtick. Yeah, evolve your shtick.
Evolution Homes. Oh. What are they doing? What's this ad? What was it?
I have no idea, but it was weird.
They're burning it down?
I guess. They're burning it
Was that
away.
Punk talking, though?
Maybe.
It sounded like Punk talking, and then they were burning it down. I wonder if Adam Cole's going to come back anytime. I forgot about him.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Ayla's like, a whole side K. Want it on Friday, though? It's fresh on Friday and Tuesday.
Well, you said you were coming tomorrow. I just didn't want you to...
She said maybe. She didn't specifically say she was coming tomorrow.
Yes.
She said she might be.
I mean, I don't want you to make an extra trip. So if you're coming tomorrow, I'll take day-old fish and cook it. I'll just cook it right when you get here.
Robbie says, the neutralizer, great move. Pico says, well, the stuff last week was building something between Regal claiming he could see something special, yada, yada. Yeah, but is it really enough of a build?
Did you see the thing I sent you? Whatever it was. I don't even know what network it was on that I sent it to you on. But they can scissor again.
Oh, yeah.
So we can scissor still, so. Without being sued.
No. Vindicator says Allin needs to retake driver's ed. Robbie's like, Brian is going to be a long night, D. Yeah. Ayla says to top that off at work, someone stole 3 of our van's catalytic converters. Jordan's dad called the cops this morning about it.
Oh, crap. They're doing that here, too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Why? Is there gold in them or something? What's going on with these things?
I have no idea. Supposedly they're worth a lot of money, but I don't know how. It's a fucking catalytic converter. In fact, your car really doesn't need it to run.
No,
the only reason why you need it is if you're in a stupid fucking state that has emissions controls.
Right, but you do need them with the computers, but Because it changes your intake.
Mm-hmm.
Because it reads the exhaust fumes, and then it goes by, and then it changes the intake. So if it needs to be leaner or richer. The old days, you just did it with a carburetor, but now everything's computerized.
Right. Robbie says, "Is that the desktop? Is what the desktop?" Ayla says, "Vin, no, I won't. It took too long for me to get over my fear to even take the driver's test. Haha, I got my license when I was 26. Ernest Bell says, "There's Kenny," and Ayla's like, "Robbie, I didn't mean to delete you, but it won't let me add you."
Who's deleting and adding
Deleting
people?
and adding? What the fuck does that even mean? Robbie's like, "I'll be there Tuesday if it's fresh." Ayla's like, "Travis, what do you want from me? You yell at me, then you demand fish."
Nobody's yelling.
I kind of yelled at her about the doll a little bit.
Oh my God. God forbid if I ever really yelled at somebody.
I've heard him yell at somebody before, guys. It's actually kind of fun. Because he's usually so calm and like not very loud. So when he gets mad, it's kind of like.
Look at this group of guys and gals.
Oh, jeez. Is this the whole jazz group? Oh, my
Yeah.
God. They have too many people. Ah. Ernest Bell's like, "How old are you? 31? Ayla's like, "Mold as fuck." People's like, "Wait, what? I thought you were 14-year-old boy."
Is it echoey on your side?
Yes.
Okay.
It's whatever their audio is back there. It sounds like crap.
Remember when they first started? This is
God,
what it always
so
sounded
bad.
like.
Yes. Rob is like, "What, on Facebook, Ayla?" And Ayla's like, "Yeah, the police said it's a major problem right now." Ayla's like, "I am Fat Lisa." Ayla's like, "Robbie added me on Facebook and I was cleaning out my friend list and clicked on him." People's like, "Travis, don't be a habitual line stepper."
Right?
And Ayla's like, "Travis, I'm actually crying. See tears." People's like, "Tony seems anxious." Ayla's like, "Travis is bullying me." Vinegar says maybe Travis could yell Garcia, Guevara, Danielson, and Jericho right out of AEW.
Get up in there. Cut my promo.
Oh,
Oh!
swervy butthole.
Swerve.
These
And Limitless.
weirdos. Robbie. Chris is pissed. Oh, yeah. Because Daniel Garcia made him lose. I mean, those other guys made him lose.
They got to go one-on-one with the FTR. This should be a pretty good match. Could have saw this in WWE back in the day. Well, I don't think Keith was there yet.
Apparently won't be here for very long either. But I was like, "What fresh fish you got?" Salmon. It's salmon.
Yeah, salmon, you got to get your vitamin D in the wintertime.
It says, "Travis, I'll bring you fish, but it's out of fear, not respect." People says, "I was going to ask." What were you going to ask? What is it? Walter's like, "Swerve and Keith Lee for the win." Ayla's
Yeah,
like,
against
salmon.
the FTR, huh? FTR doesn't usually lose.
Salmon. Old salmon.
Solomon. How old is this Keith Lee? I have a feeling that he's not going to reach his 50th birthday.
No, Robbie, no mackerel.
What the
Okay.
hell's a mackerel? I've heard of that. It's a fish, but I don't know what it is. I have to Google it.
It's a stinky fish.
They're all stinky. Although she can get trout. I should
Robbie's
probably get
like,
trout.
"No tuna."
Trout would be fun.
Salmon and trout, my friend. Salmon and trout.
I don't think trout's fat enough.
I don't know. She probably gets ahi tuna. Don't you get ahi tuna, Ayla?
Yeah, she gets a tuna. I don't know if it's ahi.
Ahi tuna.
Sounds like the song for the Grinch. Ahi flores, ahi
Yeah, that's it. Pico's like, "Do you believe in a tag team match between Gallows and Anderson and FTR? Would it be pretty competitive?"
Didn't we see that? I thought we saw that a couple times.
I thought we saw it while they were in AEW
Yeah.
and Gallows and them were in Impact.
When they were doing all that timeshare stuff. But yeah, it would be fun to watch. I like. Oh, the Acclaim coming out. Listen. Does he have a mic? No, he doesn't have a mic. Don't listen. Look at, they actually have scissors in the
like
crowd.
John Moxley will win over Penta tonight. People's like, or am I hyping up the Good Bros?
I need to get a giant pair of scissors.
Weird.
You think it'd be cardboard?
Rob is like 28, Keith Lee. Oh yeah, he's only 28. Why does he look like he's 50?
There's no way Keith Lee's 28. Is he really 28?
Or is that his build age?
I bet he's 50. No, just kidding. He's probably 37. Is he really 28? No, because Mia Yim's got to be in her 30s. She ain't dating down, is she?
I have no idea.
Hear the crowd. Oh, scissor me, daddy. Yeah, they're one of the hottest things in wrestling right now.
He's 37 years old. Keith Lee is.
Boom.
Keith Lee is 37. Well, there's like, oh, FTR has the tag team titles. FTR has.
They have a lot of tag team titles, but not the
titles.
AEW tag team titles.
They have the ROH, they have the AAA, and they have some other one. A Mexican one.
That's AAA.
Oh, sorry. A different one. Anyways. People's like, welcome to Fish and Streaming Down. Hey, talking about getting some fish. It's like the mob. Robbie's like, FTR are the bollocks. And Picola says, I don't remember because I didn't give two spits. Well, Picola, I'm pretty sure that the Good Brothers and FTR had a couple of tag team matchups while they were over in AEW. While they were on Impact. Right?
Yep.
While they were on Impact, and AEW did that little crossover open door thing with them. And,
the back door. Oh, wait, Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The Forbidden Door stuff, so. Robbie's like, Google it. I did. Walter's like, Raw was good Monday night. Yeah. Chris was like, FTR, and Robbie says, oh, he's my age. Pico says, I agree, Big Boy still has some shelf life still. Pico's like, New Japan. Robbie's like, locking up. Walter's like, Crown Jewel WWE pay-per-view, good matches so far.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good card. Definitely looking forward to it. Oh, scissor me, daddy.
No. It's creepy. No! Stop it. It's gross.
Nothing gross about scissoring.
Oh, totally. It's pretty nasty. Why not? Why
yeah,
isn't it
I feel like
rainbows
these
and
two don't like
butterflies?
each other very much, and that's why the FTR is going to end up winning this.
Because they're going to implode from the inside.
Yeah, but they've already been imploding every time they've had a match.
I think Keith Lee is imploding on his diet that he keeps eating.
I don't think he has a diet, unless it's a seafood diet.
I don't know exactly what he thinks he's doing with his health or what he's doing with his life, but it's bad.
You know, seafood, you eat it. That
Walter's
diet.
like, no scissors, lol. Pico's like, is JR on the announce booth?
I haven't heard him. He might come in that second hour. Maybe they're getting back to that schedule.
Chris says, oh, Keith Lee is basically supposed to be Black AJ Styles. His ring is like Styles 04 TNA gear.
Oh, yeah?
He really needs to work on his physique if he's like AJ Styles.
I mean, he is pretty high flyer for such a big man, but not as much as he was before he got sick. You know, he almost died.
He did. He has he almost died from a heart condition.
Yeah.
Because of unicorn sprinkles. Vindicator says, by the way, guys, yes, I know you don't care. LOL. But I think Liv episode of Chucky was airing tonight. It might be. I don't know. I don't watch the Chucky show.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I couldn't tell you if it is or not. Hassan Terrell is in the chat. Hey, Hassan. Hi
Hassan.
there, guys. AEW is returning on Wednesday night. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, that's why we're here watching AEW.
We're watching it live right now.
Robbie's like, scissors. And Robbie's like, Keith is limited. Ayla's like, I call it slamming salmon. People is like, I think Keith Lee's waistline is imploding. Yeah.
Imploding?
It's imploding. Exactly. Ravi's like, message retracted. Indicator says delete this. That massive monitor you're reading the chat on brand new. Is the monitor brand new? No, it's old. Was it
It's
free?
new for our channel, yes.
Is it new for here? Yeah, it is. And yes, I am just reading the chat off of it. Is it nice? So far, so good. We'll see. Ravi says, do you have salmon steaks? Walter's like, where's Jim Ross? I hope his okay. It was like, so I'll bring it to you tomorrow around 5 to 6. I have to go to T-Mobile anyways.
I mean, she'll be here.
Oh my God, you're going to be here at like
4:30.
3. She's like, I'm coming at 5 or 6. 3 o'clock. Are you going to bring fresh fish? Is it going to be gross fish? Nobody likes gross fish.
There's no such thing.
Pickle's like, what am I even saying? I was hyped up about Keith Lee coming to AEW. Now I don't know. Right? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it was like, yay, and then it's like, eh.
I feel like AEW is just hurting everybody when they come here, and it has such potential, but they just do everything bass-act words? What's that word I'm trying to say? Bass-ass word. Anyways, there's a word that goes...
Ass backwards?
Yeah, that.
Hassan says, did you see NXT Halloween Havoc last Saturday night?
I watched some of it, yes. Not all of it, but I did watch some of it.
Pickle says, wow, you guys are pretty observant about things. I don't know if he's being facetious to the chat. People are not right now. It was like, so people call like 8-ounce and 6-ounce pieces of salmon steaks, which annoys me because I just need to know the weight when I get you salmon. And people are just like, I just want a salmon steak.
Nice. Yeah, I just like the whole thing.
So do you want that in a 4-ounce, 6-ounce, 8-ounce, or a 12-ounce piece of meat?
What gets me is I can't turn it because it's so big that I can't flip it. So I end up fucking it up anyways, and it ends up turning into like a spaghetti sauce.
Right. So you could have her give you 3 pounds and just have her cut it into sections.
I'll just cut it myself.
Or cut it yourself. Which that's what I would do. I would just cut it into steaks myself. I wouldn't even care. Robbie's like,
I
the
just
monitor.
feel like it cooks faster that way.
The monitor, it does block your natural beauty. It does? Oh, good.
It's off
Travis
to the
was
side.
hoping that it didn't, but if it does, that's fantastic.
It's not. I can see your whole entire face and your boobs and your... I can't see this. No, it's the other shoulder. Very well.
Oh, no.
But it's still there.
Oh, no. I forgot I had a shoulder over there because I can't see it on the screen. I'm sorry. Chris says Rock's daughter showed up last night on NXT, joined Joe Gacy's team that was out of left field. Pickle is like, I just chat away and wouldn't even look at the screen. Whoa, a new screen! Walter's like, Daphne, do the WWE 2K22 game sometime. It's cool. Yes, I do need to get back during that, Walter. Sophie says, hi, how's Dynamite doing? Seems to be doing
It's all right.
good.
Right now we got a legendary title match.
Tag team's happening.
We've got Keith Lee. Wait, what's
Is it a title
Swerve?
match?
No.
Swerve in our glory.
It's a number 1 contenders match, and the winner of this one goes
that
on
makes
to wrestle
sense.
the
Okay.
acclaimed Scissor Daddies. FTR. Oh, almost got Swerve. Dax. Old Dax.
Anna says, I have had a guy hand me his phone and say, salmon this big. Sophie says, Triple H is planning to get rid of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Walter says, hey, Sophie, AEW doing great. Robbie's like, LOL, D moving more crazy than before. Sweet. I mean, my shoulder twitch I have. Pico's like, hola, Sophie. Dude. Keith Lee's
Got him from
broken on
behind.
the outside of the ring. Dax and what's his face?
Is it just me, or is Keith Lee always broken on the outside of the ring?
I think he's just dead. Dead. Pico's like, year 1 and 2, AEW would just have a tag team bracket and give the Bucks a bye. Right? Not anymore.
Oh, almost had him right there.
Almost got him.
So are the FTR going to get those titles too and just have like a bunch of belts?
Chris says, Travis, what are your thoughts on Bryce Harper?
I like Bryce. I've never not liked him.
Says, since my Stros are going to face the Phillies, I've been doing some research. Hopefully he will get ejected.
He does have a little bit of a temper, but he's not going to get ejected. Unless he's getting hit when he comes up to bat and gets frustrated. But anyways, no, his on base plus slugging is top 5 all time in the playoffs. So he's a very, very good playoff hitter. And when he left Washington, they won the World Series. Mm-hmm. So he does not have a title. He's not a champion. Yeah, he was with Washington the year he left. They won the championship. They did. Oh, no.
How Travis
Cash Harwood.
So if it says AEW did sign more former Impact and WWE talent with Mike Bennett and his wife. So
really? AEW signed Maria Kanellis?
I guess so.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like her.
So it says World Series start on Friday night. And Walter says Astros will win the first game of World Series on Friday.
Who's pitching? Is it going to be Verlander, or did they set their pitching staffs up? I think they did. They had plenty of time, so it's probably going to be Verlander. Who's the ace of the Phillies? I don't even know who their ace is. Is it Aaron Nola still? I know he used to be, but I don't know.
Robbie's likely moving slow and heavy. A little bit.
That's a terrible shot.
Walter's like SmackDown is on FS1, then Fox is MLB.
Yeah, I'll be watching both.
Sophie says, why does the World Series start 5 days after the playoffs end?
Because they had it set up that both of those series could go possibly 7 games. The thing is once they didn't, they should have just moved the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, look, I have game 1 tickets. Okay, well, we don't know exactly the day it's going to be on. Now it's going to go into November.
Yeah, that's dumb. He calls like, I've always hearted Maria or loved Maria.
Lots of love. Yeah, nothing
Travis
wrong with
liked Maria Kanellis a little bit too.
Remember when she was pregnant, she became 24/7 champion?
Right? So weird. Walter's like, geez, Keith Lee, big guy. And Robbie's like, I don't know who Maria is.
24/7 champion. That's what she's known for most.
Maria Kanellis. It was like, so the new season of Unsolved Mysteries is pretty good so far. Nice.
Huh, that's
so
interesting.
In the old days, the World Series would have ended this week or on Halloween.
Yeah, it would have ended at the end of October, but they added all these weird new playoff rules that they hopefully are getting rid of. There's been enough complaints. I think it's time that they just get rid of them.
Enough complaints? You think they'll actually listen?
Yeah, there was some really good teams that lost in 3 games. And like, you can't have a team play in short playoff series that won their division.
Right.
It's just not right. So
it's very weird.
Hopefully they get rid of that. They're just trying new things. The owners have the option to change any rule they want without even like 60 days notice.
Oh.
When they did the collective bargaining thing, and the players didn't even argue that. It's like they
weird.
argued everything else. Uh-oh, that might do it too. Oh, Keith Lee kicks out. But yeah.
Kind of funny and weird that they wouldn't, but I guess that's the way it works sometimes.
There's going to be bigger bases next year.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah, well, on-base injuries went up like 30% this year. I'm like, seriously.
Whatever. Maybe it's
so,
because they're doing something stupid.
So get a bigger base, and then you won't get hurt.
So that just gives the slider a better chance of being safe,
I guess,
and makes it harder for the guys who are doing the base.
More offense. Oh,
that's just fucking dumb.
Swerve coming in. Dax Harwood. He just got kicked right in the side of the head.
That's just weird. Anyway, Sophie says, in the old days, the World Series would have ended this week around Halloween. Robbie says, oh, that tells me nothing. Well, you know what, Robbie? I'm pretty sure that you have internet.
That was terrifying.
In
That's
some
it.
kind of browser. You should just look up Maria Kanellis.
No.
And then you'll know. Chris says, I wish I could have Jamie Hayter do a Yokozuna bomb on top of me. Pickle's like, Bobby, she was a diva, search winner in the 2000s. She'd been in just about every promotion. Fiery redhead. Doc's about to have a hernia. Yeah, trying to lift up Keith Lee.
Did you see that? Yeah, and then he came right down on Harwood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he got out of the way. Yes! Do that quick roll up. Oh, I'm surprised his fat butt.
Oh, God, he just got hit in the nuts.
Oh, fuck. That's not cool.
That's it.
Oh, hey, there's guys on the outside holding
The
on
guns.
to him.
The guns. That's it, guys. We're going to have a rematch for those tag team championships.
That's bullshit.
Bolshevik.
That's some bull crappy pucky hockey poo-coo right there. Just dumb.
Who won that first match?
Claudio and Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, that's right. They pinned Jericho.
Robbie's like FTR going in hard. Sophie says a 5-day rest could be a good thing or a bad thing for the teams competing in the World Series.
Good thing for pitching and bad thing
have
for...
to find a backup plan in case the playoffs end earlier than expected.
Yeah, it definitely is going to hurt the hitters.
Yeah.
No hitter can stay hot after a 5-day layoff.
No. Chris says apparently Aaron Judge might leave New York. Ohtani might leave Angels for Blue Jays. Ohtani. Florence Henderson in the chat. Hey, Florence says, hey, everybody.
Henderson.
Hey.
One of the most famous moms in the world.
Sophie says Aaron Judge might become a Met since the Mets are one of the teams that are after him. Good. Go there.
What in the world is that screaming thing going on? So Paige was going to be nice to her, and she was mean to Paige.
I don't care.
Saray or whatever they're calling her.
Saraya? Florence is like, I might be dead, but I'm always in your hearts. No. Robbie says to you, why would I waste my time? I don't know. Why would you ask such silly questions? People's like, hey, I don't know much about baseball. Is Aaron Judge an all-time Yankee?
No. He's injury prone, and whoever signs him is going to be very, very, very sad.
Ever go to the World Series because he chokes in the playoffs. He's very bad under pressure. Robbie's like, fruit roll-up.
So hopefully he goes to the Dodgers for... what I would like to see, the Dodgers sign him for a 10-year, $500 million contract with options.
Right.
And then, after that, maybe like $10 million a year for 30 years or something. Just to break, you know. I'm okay with that.
Right. So as I can remember Maria Gimmick when she was stupid when she worked for the WWE the first run. Nope. People's like, are the Guns in cahoots with Swerve and Lee?
It looked like it, didn't it?
Maybe.
The Gun Show.
I don't know. Robbie's like, so that's where Esta stole our KOD from, Limited Lee. People's like, you're still a gilf to me, Flo. Real is in the chat. Hey, Real.
Hey, Real.
And Pico says, get that kissing garbage off my TV, right? Robbie's like, LOL, for fuck's sake, D, you lot brought her up. Actually, Robbie, Sophie brought her up. Sophie did. Not us. Sophie did. So, technically, it's your lot, as in the chat lot. So he's like, the World Series could be over next week. Florence says, Piccola, thank you for letting me be a child star on your television. Reels that, and Piccola's like, kisses, and Chris says, Yankees fan base is more toxic than AEW fans. That's some truth, a little bit. So he says, do you see Aaron Judge join one of the teams that are in the World Series for next year?
I hope he goes to the Dodgers, because the Dodgers could use more chokers.
Vindicator says, Saraya called up Nikki Cross to borrow her jacket. Something like that, huh? Something like that. Robbie's like, DMD mocking Saraya and Renee. Rightly so. Is that how it works? So somebody at my work sells Scentsy, and they like sent me their little like website, to look on. Guess what Scentsy now has? They're the ones with the little wax things.
Okay.
And the things that you put it in it. The
right.
warmers. Harry Potter ones. They have Harry Potter warmers.
Oh, you mean the pot?
Yeah, like the warmer.
I was like, the scent? What scent
and they
is
have
Harry
the
Potter?
scent. They have like the house scents.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I was like, I might have to get one. And a couple of the scents.
Here comes MJF.
Survey says, I saw the Rock's Daughter promo. It wasn't good. Robbie says, follow the yellow brick road. Vindicator's like, so glad Nikki ASH decided to hang up her cape. Robbie says, Harry Potter is god-awful. Walter says, boo MJF with Renee. Ayla's like, eh. And Robbie is like, MJF on fire tonight. Ayla's like, what house are you guys?
I'm Slytherin, of course.
Of course, he says. He's like, of course. I'm evil.
Well, I can't help it. Kind of a dig.
Vindicator's like Maxwell doing what he does best. All talk and little to no action. Like everybody else that you like, huh, Vin?
What the You lovely lady, all the disgustings at home would like to lay.
Chris says, sure, Rock's Daughter promo wasn't good, but it hit points that needed to address. She literally said, you didn't expect this, did you? Like her joining Joe Gacy. No one would have expected that. It was like Talitha is a Hufflepuff, I bet. Nope. I'm actually not. I'm actually a Gryffindor. Almost a Slytherin. Ernest Bell's like, spades. Walter's like, Keithley and Swerve #1 contenders. Yep.
What the fuck?
Ayla's like, I think I'm a snake mouth. A Slytherin.
So Renee has to do the interview about her husband.
She cared. Ayla's like, that was my second guess, D. It probably should have been your first guess. Hufflepuffs are garbage. Thanks, Ayla. I see what you really think about me now. I'm just
Hufflepuff.
A garbage pushover. Awesome. Robbie's like, MJF, what a guy with those lines. Ernest Bell's like, what snake? The Slytherin one? Pickle's like, where do I go to find my Potter compatibility?
With all due respect, shut your mouth.
Ayla's like, hey, I don't know Harry Potter. Well, you should.
Just know that no one would ever want to be a Hufflepuff.
There's people that want
Cedric
to be a
Diggory.
Hufflepuff, and it's weird.
Cedric Diggory. It's because they're boring.
Chris says that's kind of more of a Wyndham Rotunda promo, MJF. Robbie's like, gurgle, you're pissed. LOL, gross.
Right.
Pickle says, I bet there's dating sites just for that. I'm sure there are people. Walter's like, stop, MJF. Be nice to Renee. No, don't be nice to her.
I have an elder wand with a unicorn feather in it. That's my wand.
An elder
and
wand?
my Patronus is a
hyena.
The hyena.
Better than a boar.
Is that what yours is?
A wild boar. Vindicator's like, Renee should smack him, then Max can sue her for harassment. Picole's like, LOL, vanilla Hufflepuffs, no kink at all. Basically. Ayla's like, a unicorn feather? Yes. The unicorn feather. He didn't mean that. He meant, hair, mane, tail, fur.
It's a unicorn feather.
But it's a feather. Might as well be. Robbie's like, Renee fuming. She has no right to fume.
Renee reminds me of one of those women that were pretty in like high school or whatever.
Oh.
And then they're still trying, but they're in their 40s and it just doesn't work. So who are you going to be fighting?
his mom. He's gonna fight his mom.
He can be AEW champion of the world. Well, at least he cuts a good promo. This is an 80s promo. Oh, this guy can talk good, too. This should be pretty good. Anne Hathaway's dad.
Right? I don't think that's her dad, but sure.
You didn't know? Oh.
He was like, I don't know, man, a feather sounds majestic. Pico's like, she's a professional. Yep. Sophie says, I saw a little bit of that reboot Surreal Life. It is horrible. Yeah, probably. It's horrible the first time it came out. Why would a reboot be better? Sophie says, where are you guys dressing up for Halloween this year? It's going to be a surprise. Not telling. Robbie says Renee has a cookbook. I'm sure it's delicious. Chris says, LOL Travis. Ayla's like, going as you, Sophie. Have the whole town scared. Ernest Bell says, I listen to smooth sounds. Piccolo says, I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of my razor wire exploding deathbed.
Right.
Robbie is like, Dewdrop and Otis. LOL, Sophie. Oh, thanks, Robbie. I think Robbie is making fun of our weight in some way. It's not very nice, dude. I think you're being mean for no reason.
What about it?
That we were going as Dewdrop and Otis.
Oh, yee.
I feel like Robbie's making very underlying comments about our fat. Rude. Chris says MJF's still mad that Yanks lost, but yet he's a so-called Mets fan.
Good stuff.
I don't think he likes the firm anymore. Walter's like, boo, mid-group. Sophie says with being baseball fans. With New York baseball fans, there are fans that cheer for both New York teams, kind of like wrestling fans. Ayla says, my kid is going to be a witch. She's obsessed with witches. Rob is like, Travis does do a great Otis impression. And Vindicator says, I didn't realize Stokely and Maxwell were aligned. Fitting, I guess, two egomaniacal blowhards. That's exactly what it is.
There's Manila, or whatever, Manila Canales. Maria Canales.
Maria?
They were showing her.
Oh, were they?
Right there on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Did he just say TNT?
Uh-huh.
So Wardlow's going with him now? I thought he was wrestling Cage.
Maybe he got broken in. Maybe he's gone. Maybe he's not there anymore. Maybe he was there for a one-time deal. I don't know. I don't understand why he's being all buddy-buddy with Dum Dum there.
Dum Dum.
Yeah. Dum Dum.
Needs gum gum for his Dum Dum.
Gum Gum. Dum Dum. Walter says Maria Bennett and her group. Okay. Indicator's like Manila Vanilla.
Oh, some more jazz.
More jazz people. Sammy Guevara and Danielson thing. So he says, finally, Paul is getting rid of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We are still going to get Hell in a Cell matches at pay-per-views if the feud calls for it.
I love it.
Pickle says Matt Taven was pretty good in ROH. He was a former champion. Who's Matt Taven? Was that one of the guys that
He's
was
the guy
there?
that was talking in the middle.
Oh.
Next to Maria.
Is he her husband?
No, that's the other guy that was Eric Young or whatever his name is.
Oh.
I don't know if it's Eric Young, but it's something like that.
Oh. It says Travis does a really good Godfather impression too. And the short guy from Home Alone, the short sticky bandit.
I
Joe
can't
Pesci?
do Joe Pesci.
Ernest Bell says heard both team and MLB World Series are all white. What? What?
What?
Okay, Ernest, that's a really weird comment to make. What difference does that make?
That's not right, because Jose Altuve is not white.
Hispanic?
Well, I don't know where.
Like, what But what difference does it make? Like, why would that even make it? Why is that even why is that a thing? Why do you even read that? Dude, no. Sophie's like, and both MLB teams in the World Series are teams not that many baseball fans care about. I don't know. The Astros have a lot of
Houston has a big. It's the biggest city in Texas.
And the Phillies, I mean, they may be like close-knit fans, but they have fans, and those fans care about them a lot.
And they have Seager, and then I'm trying to, I haven't been following baseball for a few years, or I'd tell you every player on both teams, but I know they're definitely not all white.
Right. Pico's like Josh segments as often as Johnny Spaghetti on Mondays, right? Walter's like Sammy for the loss and Brian Danielson for the win. Sophie says Astros versus Phillies. This is what I think of that series. Marsha Brady in the chat now says, hi, I guess people seen my TV mom. Hi, watching wrestling too. Cool. It was like, do it, Travis. Blow our minds. Vindicator says, Travis, you will hate this one, but who wins? A hypothetical loser leaves wrestling match between Sammy Guevara and Johnny Spaghetti Gargano.
I'd rather have Johnny lose. I mean, I don't like this guy at all, but I like him at least 10 times better than Johnny Spaghetti.
Ravi says...
and he's better in the ring.
Tay Mello, what bandily name is that? I don't know. Picola says... Mike Bennett, he was submissive and lost the 24/7 title to Maria. Chris says, Altuve, baby. Or says the news said it.
That's weird that they would even bring that up. Unless they're trying to, start something or do something.
Sounds like they're trying to start something.
I'm going to go look at the rosters real quick.
But sounds like you're listening to news that's trying to divide stuff. And that's just dumb, dude. Pickle's like, Marsha, don't make it about you. Walter's like, hey, Leopold. Pickle says, I swear I was always Team Jan. Ayla's like, selfish. Marsha's like, Pickle, I'm not. It's my hair. Sophie says, I don't even think my aunt would watch the World Series. Walter says, hey, Marsha Brady. Chris says, yeah, let's not forget Phillies fans are basically ECW fans as well. Did you not see Extreme Rules? Ayla's like, your hair is selfish, Marsha. Sophie says Phillies and Astros are like Impact and AEW. And Ayla says, to be honest, I thought it was my hair. I'm upset now. Marsha says, no, Jan always thought she was better than me. Yeah, Ernest, I don't really care. And the media saying, if the media really did say stuff like that, whatever news outlet you're watching are ignorant fools.
So basically what they're saying is there's no African Americans playing in the World Series.
Black people on the World Series?
No, there's blacks, but they're from Cuba or...
They're still black.
Okay, not the point. I'm saying that he's saying that the media is saying that there's no African Americans playing in there. Would be my guess. Because I'm looking at Houston, and there are several Hispanics.
Well, then they're lying. If that's the case, then the statement is still untrue, saying that both teams are all white, because that's untrue.
And then,
that's still not true. That's a false,
what are they called?
unfactual statement.
Philadelphia.
That's just weird. I don't understand why this is being weird. Stop it. I don't condone those kind of comments, dude. It's just stupid at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have never even noticed that.
Yeah, because you don't put...
I'm not sure what the...
There's no reason to notice it.
I don't know what the number is for African Americans in Major League Baseball, but I know it was 15% about 3 years ago. So it's probably not something that's unprecedented. And I don't know, other than baseball's very expensive, but that just sounds like a weird reason for African Americans not to be in it. I think they just like to play other sports.
Right.
But I don't like to say them or they and all that
Exactly.
stuff.
Like, hello, what?
I just don't understand. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason that I don't know.
I don't understand why the media is even saying stuff like that. Like, how fucking ignorant and dumb is that? Like, stop it. Like, all you do is get people riled up about something that it isn't even a thing. Like, for God's sakes, stop. Jeez Louise.
The Phillies don't even have a lot of Hispanics. They only have like maybe 7 or something. Huh. I would have never noticed that. They have a lot of good pitchers. I didn't realize they had all those pitchers. They do have Aaron Nola still. That's the one I said. I wonder if they still have Aaron Nola.
Right.
But they have Noah Syndergaard. They have Thor.
Oh, they have Thor.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Well, Sammy Guevara and Daniel Bryanson, or whatever his name is, Bryan Danielson.
Robbie
wow.
wanted Sammy to get the win.
Oh, no. Kiss him.
Yeah. People's like, sure, I forgive, and maybe you're better, Marsha. Robbie's like, Sammy, quick, get the win. Sophie says it's interesting that the Rockstar have no personality. Wall says Marsha is cool on the Brady Bunch. Vindicator says AEW is a significant wrestling company. Sophie is like, wait, odd timing, Fat Lisa. I always think about our woke Brady family. Now we have our real love here. Walter's like, come on, Brian. And Pico's like, this bit took a bit. I want to talk about wrestling. Yeah, I would rather. Chris says also they're saying shows have become the new Yankees, but we haven't even won that many championships. And you guys are cheaters, so, there's that.
Garbage can gate or whatever it was.
I'm kidding. Robbie's like, Sammy is doing some great work. My name is not Earl is in the chat. Hey, my name is not Earl. Walter says Maria Bennett and Mark Bennett are great in AEW. Piccolo says, I know, right? We have to start writing that show. Sophie says, when I play video games, if I'm losing, I turn it off and restart it from the beginning. That's what I'd like to do with life. Ayla says, Marsha, would you hire her? Piccolo is like, my name is Earl, buddy. What's up? Ernest Bell's like, okay. Blue Lantern's in the chat. Hey, Blue. Ernest Bell says the media still said it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Chris says, yeah, there's lots of Astros that have, yeah. Robbie says, so Brian not able to move quick. Sophie says, is this a TV Marsha Brady or the movie? People's like, let's move on. That's no ignorant mess. Ayla's like, anyways, let's talk wrestling in chat. And Sophie says, you remember Malcolm in the Middle? One of the stars is writing a reboot of it. Cool.
I don't think I ever saw it, but I know what it is.
Right? Walter's like, geez, Sammy and Ty Conte, get a room. Right? Like, ew. Like, dudes, come on. Like, Picola says, can you believe this year was when Cody was still in AEW and put up that great ladder match with Sammy?
Yeah,
Seems
that
like
was awesome.
An eternity. Right? True.
Then he tears his pec.
Sophie says, remember Will and Grace, one of the guest stars, died this week from a car crash? Yeah.
Oh, dang.
He was the little person on it. He was the white comedian guy. His name was like Leslie something.
I didn't know.
He had like a really kind of high-pitched voice. Yeah. And Walter says Black Adam movie looks pretty good to watch.
Yeah,
nice.
It looked like it was the #1 movie in America right now.
Ayla says, I am Jan. And Picole's like, Ayla, you're absolutely Jan. And Ayla's like, thanks, I know. Sophie says, Black Adam, I'm thinking to wait to watch it when it hits one of the streaming services. About 45 days.
Yeah, DC, so that would be what, HBO?
I think so. Did Disney take that one too? Or is HBO not a Disney-owned thing?
No,
it's its own thing?
No, it's owned by Discovery. Turner. This stuff we're watching. On that side. Not the basketball stuff.
Right.
You stupid dragon, he said. Oh, he's hitting him with the it kicks.
Dragon. What the heck? Alrighty then. Surprised. Oh, wait, no, that's why. This is, not surprising that this is still continuing. It's a Daniel Bryanson match. Ernest Bell says Michael Myers is coming back. Not surprising. Pico says, in another nerd stream, James Gunn is officially head of DC and will be making several films in the next 5 years.
Oh, yeah?
Cool.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who he is either,
James
people.
Gunn.
Sorry, I don't know anything about... I mean, his name sounds kind of familiar.
Well, with all the guns on here.
Not
I was thinking Austin
in
and
the
Colt.
movie world, it sounds kind of familiar, but I couldn't tell you anything else he's done. You could tell me and I'd be like, oh, that makes sense.
Is he a director? Or an actor?
I'm pretty sure. He's making several films, so he's got to be, I'm sure, a director or something. So he says at least movies have a short shelf life in theaters until they hit a streaming service.
I don't know. Has that Top Gun ever made it to the streaming service yet?
Yeah,
Paramount?
Yeah.
I bought it and watched it.
I thought it finally did. I think it finally made it to him. Ayla says, discover D's nuts, Disney rules. Robbie's like, Brian blowing out of his ass. Ew. Pickle's like, James Gunn produced Guardians of the Galaxy and the better Suicide Squad movie. The first one or the second one?
Right.
Because I find the first one's better than the second.
I didn't like the second one, the one with John Cena. It was very dark. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
The whole first half of it. And then once it did light up, it was okay. But then there was a big starfish.
Yeah. Yeah. The big starfish.
That turned me off. I was like, I am done.
And Alien and leaving now. Walter says Brian doing great used moves. Sophie says so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be the last one under James Gunn. Chris says Michael always lives. Oh, well, it was like he can die. Impossible. Pico's like, hello, OMG, James Gunn is part of the Gun Club.
Right?
Exactly, Pico. Duh.
That's what I was thinking.
Walter's like, okay, bye, guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
One,
have a good couple of
two.
days. Glad you won bingo. It was like, he cannot die. Michael lives forever. Chris says, he's still alive, LOL. Pico's like, Mike Myers is like a Twinkie. Sophie says, I think Top Gun is in Amazon now, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's not streaming on Amazon. It's been available for renting and buying for a while, but not streaming.
Right.
As in like free streaming. Like if you got the app and paid for Peacock, it's not streaming on there, or Paramount Plus or HBO Max or whatever. That's what we're talking about. Ayla says Mike is a fool. Michael is a boss. Pickle is like, oh, John Cena one. It had more story and depth. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen the OG. Ah, okay. You like the John Cena one better than the second one. Sophie says, I like the second Suicide Squad movie a lot better than the first one. Okay. Rob is like, Tay Mello gonna get involved. Is it because they got married or something? Is that why?
I don't know what's happening. And
so she can't be Conte anymore. She's got to be something weird.
Is that what they're calling her? Something else?
Well, Robbie keeps calling her Tay Mello, and I don't know what that is or means. So
I don't know, like marshmallow maybe.
Maybe. Ayla says, so far I like most of Cena's films. I think he's funny. Piccolo says, yeah, still for purchase to stream. And Piccolo's like, you would, Ayla.
John Cena's funny. That Cock Blockers is funny.
That was pretty funny. I did like that one. Sophie says, with movies like Top Gun Maverick, I don't know why it is taking so long for it to become available to stream anywhere. Because they want to make as much money off of it as possible. That's why. And Ayla says, I enjoy his acting. That's funny.
The dry humor. The dad humor, too. And Daniel kicks out. Jesus Christ, this match is still going.
Right?
La, da, da. Oh, Daniel goes up between his legs. Sets himself up.
Oh.
Reverse Frankensteiner.
Why won't it go like this? Why won't it go back?
Because it has to be at the top.
I got it. I finally got
Oh.
Chris says, Lori, here, Michael, have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Better. Michael breathes. Sophie says, Doctor Who will be on Disney Plus starting next year. Pickle says, because that was her name from her first marriage, I guess. Oh, okay. Robbie's like, John Cena is as good as Mark Wahlberg. Pickle says, ironically, Sammy's the homewrecker.
They're the same.
They're both homewreckers.
No, that's not.
Oh.
That's John Cena and Mark Wahlberg.
They're not the same.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
No, it's not.
I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg.
That's right. It was like he's in train wreck with Amy Schumer. That's pretty funny. All
that's
his,
that.
Like gay jokes.
That's that where I came out with that.
Yeah, that one's not too bad.
That's what I was quoting.
Yeah, I can't stand her. Pickle's like Mark Wahlberg was great in The Fighter and in Shooter. He did pretty good in those. Pickle says, and that fool was Marky Mark. Sophie says, it's funny now. It seems like some movies are staying in theaters the same amount of time they did before COVID. Robbie says, Tay Mello, is she Sammy's manager also? Oh, I bet
she's just his valet.
It was like, my goodness, my typos, haha, they're so bad it looks intentional. Robbie's like, yes, they are, LOLD. Oh, okay. Chris says, yep, Sammy had a perfectly good wife. Could have even had a family, threw it all away just because Tay looks better. What's weird about it, though, Chris, I find really weird and gross, is that he proposed to her on national television and made a big stinky deal about it and then broke up with her to be with Tay Conte. It's very weird. Or had an affair with Tay and they broke up. Sophie's like, Trainwreck was funny as hell. Robbie's like, Brian won then, LOL. Not surprising. Sophie says, I haven't seen Uncharted or Morpheus yet. And Pickle's like, Uncharted is on Netflix. Yes,
I need to watch it.
It's
what I've been looking.
It's not going to be there. Just kidding.
Huh?
So pretty soon it's not going to be there. Been thinking about deleting Netflix.
It's a Sony movie.
It was like, both are on Netflix. Ernest Ball says, I'm a clown in Halloween. Nice. Aren't we all? Sophie says, Uncharted, I heard, had bad reviews when it came out on theaters. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention.
Oh, Lord. What are they going to have, a four-way? Y'all talking about me? You're not even looking at him. You two talking about this? With all three of them?
Sophie says, Uncharted, I heard, had bad reviews. Ayla says, is Morpheus on HBO? I don't know. Rob is like, who's the nerd in the yellow jacket? I don't know. Who was the guy in the yellow jacket?
He's just one of their managers. He's been there forever.
Yeah, he's with the Lucha Brothers, right? He's their dude.
Yeah, it's like Joe or something. I can't remember what his name is.
Piccolo says, Abrahantes, he's their translator. That's right. Something like that, right? It was like, I give up, just sound out what I typed and guess from there, shaking my head. I got it. I got you, Morpheus. Ernest says, I'm going as a clown on... Oh, you're going as a clown. Okay. Cool. Awesome, my friend. Did that one year. Did a scary clown. Piccolo says, I never knew denim was so lethal. So it says next month one of Netflix originals called Lilyhammer is leaving Netflix. It was like Unsolved Mysteries episode 1 on the new season is pretty good.
Nice.
I like stopped watching those. I was gonna watch them and I was like, well, I used to love them.
Yeah.
And everything, and I've tried to watch them on Netflix a couple of times, but I'm like, By the way, guys, we're not in the middle of any kind of match
Nothing.
or anything. We're just in a full commercial right now.
Watching the Brooklyn Nets play the Milwaukee Bucks. Couldn't remember their name.
Or Morbius or Morpheus, whatever it is. It was like, not in Piccolo says, what if Morbius and Morpheus were brothers? Is it two different people in shows? Is it the Morbius movie or is it Morpheus? I don't know Sophie says there are a lot of old series that haven't found a streaming home for it for some reason. Cortland in the chat. Hey, Cortland, how's it going? Says, did you see when Adam Cole turned on the Young Bucks? Like before the Young Bucks went away? Like before they were suspended? Kind of stuff? Yeah. He kind of did that when his little weirdo buddies started coming back.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were obviously supposed to see the 6-man tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
With Kenny Omega and the Bucks versus Fish, O'Reilly, and Cole. But Fish is gone. Who knows what's going to happen with O'Reilly, because I think he hurt his neck. Like bad, he had to have surgery on it.
Oh, wow. Ayla says Lilyhammer was one of their first original shows, old as fuck. Sophie says the Mole reboot wasn't that bad. And Sophie says, and Lilyhammer leaving Netflix, which is wild. Robbie says, ooh, spicy Jamie Hayter in a match. Where's Chris? Chris, Jamie Hayter is coming out. Sophie says Adam Cole turned on the Young Bucks, didn't lead anywhere since Bobby Fish has gone. Ayla says not really. It didn't do well, Sophie, and got canceled early. Pico says, oh, Sophie, I'm going through the Mole right now. No spoilers. Ayla says there's a really good Netflix UK show. It's called River. It's sad, but it's good. I think it's 6 episodes. Pico's like, I'm rooting for the big guy, Will. Sophie says, I'm not spoiling anything. I just said it wasn't that bad.
All right. What we got?
Hayter. Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter coming out first. I don't know if you're still out there, Chris, but Jamie Hayter is out there. Hayter section. That's funny.
So, and then Reba and Britt's coming out with her. It's a grudge match for sure. Who's she wrestling tonight? Sheeta? What she has on reminds me of what those Kazarian books, what she would be wearing. Oh, it's Riho.
It's a little tiny baby Riho. Tiny, tiny, little Riho. Sophie says, Pico, who do you think the Mole is? Ayla's like, it's Steve. Pico says, somebody says it was the black girl with the curls. Corlin says, are both of you Marvel or DC fans?
I feel like they overdid the Marvel stuff, but I've always been a DC fan because I'm a Superman fan, but I do like Captain America.
Yeah. I've gotten over the whole Marvel thing. It kind of annoys me actually anymore.
Well, they just did so many of them. It's not even funny. It's not cool.
Right. Ernest says, oh, only watch Family Guy. Nice. Robbie's like, Riho, and Pico's like, she's smart and cutthroat. Ayla says, is the Mole a reality show? Robbie's like, DMD needs to fight more, and Pico says, Cortland, I'm a movie snob, but I do enjoy some DC.
So are they saying they have AEW cards on Upper Deck? Might have to look that one up too. That's cool.
That what?
They have AEW cards on Upper Deck.
Oh.
That's like a top brand, like Tops, Upper Deck.
Oh, wow, okay. They have trading cards, huh?
Yeah.
Huh,
Right there, I think that's what they're showing.
Available for 1 week only, the upperdeckpack.com. Collect. Kayla says, Fat Lisa, you should change your name to Fat Movies Snob Lisa. Nicola's like, Britt has slowed down for sure.
Whoa, Hurricane Rana by Riho.
Well, somebody did try to break her nose again, so. Look
how small Riho is.
She's very tiny.
It's about the same size as that doll you got, Ayla.
Right? Pickle says, has anybody seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? It's so damn good.
No.
Is it on a streaming service and that's it? Is it an original streaming service show?
Is it a series?
It was like, no, never heard of it. Vindicator says, Travis, I think your guy Taz was trying to tell everyone that Riho is anti-thick.
Yeah, anti-thick, huh? Oh, God.
She's just little. She's so tiny.
She got slammed into that ring post.
So tiny, tiny.
Jamie Hayter hurting a little bit.
She has different pants on tonight. Not as weird as her normal pants.
Right.
Bob is like, Jamie looking decent tonight. P. Cole says, not yet. I bought it on Prime. Oh, okay. It looks like I have a feeling we wouldn't share the same movie interests. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Robbie's like, Riho looking slight. And P. Cole says, I'll advocate. It's the best film of the year. Never even heard of it, my friends.
Right up there with Top Gun. Jamie Hayter trying to just choke her out with her knee. Going to a commercial break, though. But we'll still see picture-in-picture.
A what to hell? A portal to hell?
Well, there's also a portal to hell. That's how you know it's a good place. Ghostober.
Huh. Is it kind of like what was that show? Tigers and Dragons. What is it called?
Wizard of Oz?
No. It was called like something dragon and something tiger. Ravi says, not gonna lie, Riho needs a few square mills. Vindicator says, but Rio hasn't been champ since 19, huh? That's crazy. Longer drought than Becky pregnancy leave, LOL.
Yep.
Piccolo says, I can watch a lot of movies. I still like cheesy horror. And Ayla's like, the best movie ever was definitely Human Centipede. It was powerful and it moved me. Piccolo's laughing and Ayla's laughing, says, I am joking. Pico's like, it really connected people. You guys are funny. Ernest says, watch The Car, an old horror movie.
Nice, like Christine.
Is it kind of like Christine? Ayla says, hidden tiger, crouching dragon. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Somebody knew what I was talking about. Is that show, Piccolo, that you're talking about, that Everything Everywhere All at Once, is it kind of like that show?
The actors have like a line team that lifts them up, pulls them around.
That, or is it like, what's that one that I was going to have you watch? What the heck was that? What is that show?
Matrix?
No, it was like really, it was goofy. Like, it was really it was way goofy. I don't know what the heck the name of it was. It's a really good movie. It's funny.
All right, we are back. Jamie Hayter in there with Riho. Riho taking it right to Hayter. Look at that. The power. Okay, she doesn't have to have a lot of power. Oh, a little coup de grace stomp right on her baby maker.
Right on her uterine area.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow, Riho taking it right to Hayter in the corner. Took out Reba. Drop toe hold. Riho going with that 619. Oh, got it blocked. That was a terrible 619. Riho probably has about 30 pounds on Rey Mysterio. 1, 2.
That's me. And funny at the same time.
Well, you know she's taller.
Right?
She can torque Tater. Or Hater, not Tater.
Torque.
Old tater salad.
Tater salad.
Ron White. Jamie! Brainbuster! No, Riho kicking out.
Can't find that show I'm looking for. Is that Ernest is like Picola. Vindicators like Travis, who wins in a hypothetical match between Riho and Dewdrop. Jeez.
Dewdrop?
It looks like Maximum Overdrive was underrated. Piccolo says, ironically, Michelle Yeoh is in both. That's funny. Robbie says, Human Centipede. Wow, that's a film. The second one is madness, but the third is just shit. Bryce.
It's up there with Sharknado.
Right. Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce. Says, hey, everybody. I was just coming back from church doing the Operation Christmas Child. I am here.
Hell yeah.
It looks like I actually never saw them. Robbie and Piccolo's like, I don't know. It's definitely a different movie than you've ever seen. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Pitt says, I'm probably sure I missed a little bit of matches if you would tell me a few.
Of what's happened? Well, right now we got Riho and Jamie Hayter.
That's happening.
Right.
First we had...
Oh, you want to go first?
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, the JAS. We're going up against the Blackpool Combat Club.
Blackpool Combat Club won.
And then the Blackpool Combat Club did win that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Swerve and Lee, so Swerve in their glory. Went up against the FTR, and they won. They beat the FTR with a little help from the Guns. Then we had a promo from MJF, which was probably the best part of tonight so far.
Yeah.
And then we had some of the JAS and Tay Conte out there. So Sammy Guevara and Daniel Bryanson. And that was the last match, and that one lasted pretty much half the movie, half the show.
And then Daniel Bryanson won.
And now we're back to Jamie Hayter and DMD and Rebel out there with going up against Riho.
Yep. Let's see. Ernest Bell says, look up the car. Piccolo says, okay, I will. And the Resident Evil AMC is in the chat, says, what up? What up?
What up?
Robbie says, Bryce, did you have your car seat upright when you drove to church? Resident says, Resident Evil, what up? And Piccolo says, Bryce, FTR versus Swerve and Lee was pretty sweet. Resident says, wait, what happened? We're a lost 24/7 champion. He's not there, Raw. Well, we're watching AEW.
We are watching AEW.
Dynamite.
But we don't know anything about the 24/7 title.
Blue Lantern says that, well, it did say some things that were kind of controversial, so.
Me?
No, Blue.
Oh.
But thanks for coming back, Blue. Bryce says, I don't have my own car, bro. I wish, but I don't at the moment. I was like, Ayla Duffo, watch him. Vindicator says it would be insane to see Riho in a Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Kobayashi.
Would it? Right? It was like, no, I don't need to. That's too woke for me, but not mainstream woke. I was like, Ayla, it's a must-see. A little Bryce and...
That's probably it. A decapitation lariat by Jamie Hayter.
Resident says, we're lost 24/7 champion. He's not there. Raw WWE superstar. Bryce says, okay, thank you, Travis. Vindicator says, technically I'm woke right now because I'm not asleep. Ernest says, an 80s horror movie, The Car. Pico says, Travis, Jamie Hayter versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea. I would say Rhea would win it.
Oh yeah, Rhea would walk through her. That'd be a squash match.
It says, I'll watch them if you watch some of best B-rated Halloween type movies ever. Ginger Snaps 1 through 3. The first Ginger Snaps is the best, but the rest are fillers. Pico says, do you like Pumpkinhead or Jeepers Creepers? And Bryce's like, ha ha ha, Robbie, I'm aware of the joke. Good one. It was like Jeepers Creepers is one of my favorite. Jeepers Creepers.
Her top is so disgusting that I don't want to even look up. Tony Storm's. It's like a 10-year-old girl with a bikini on. It's disgusting.
Oh, Robbie's like,
oh, they have Eddie Kingston back on TV. That's nice.
And Ernest was like, Jeepers Creepers is lame. Aw. It was like, Pumpkinhead was a good one. I watched them a lot as a kid.
He's such a douchebag.
Gross, dude.
Is he drunk or something?
Maybe.
That wasn't the most awkward fucking interview ever. Ever. Live on Friday. Yeah, Tay Mello. They're putting Wardlow now on Fridays. Basically writing Wardlow off.
Gosh, that's weird. It looks like I own the collection of Jeepers Creepers. Haha, Pico says she does have collar on though. Ayla says Ginger Snaps makes me all sad. Haha, gives me the feels, so it's my favorite by default. Pico says Eddie has been brainwashed. Oh, wait. Robbie's like, Eddie has such cool style.
Yeah? Is that what that is? Being awkward?
Pico says, that's what I think about the old Freddy movies. So much nostalgia. Robbie's like, Eddie has such cool style.
I probably should watch A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen one since the 80s. I honestly think I haven't. Because I never really liked it because I was more of a Friday the 13th fan. And back then it was you had to choose one or the other.
I was like, okay, I'm leaving you before Travis yells at me again. Why are you leaving? What? Yeah.
What's she saying?
Well, that is a controversial statement. Anyways, so Pico, my question is that everywhere, everything, every time or whatnot? Is it kind of like Kung Fu Hustle in any way?
Kung Fu Hustle.
Film says, hey. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film.
Hi, Film.
Says, hey, Misty and Travis, big hugs, big hearts. Sorry I'm a little late, but I am here. Cool beans, my friend. Don't worry about being late. It's fine. You're going to get it. He has, like, very angry eyebrows. His eyebrows are very pointy. Like, in the middle, they're, like, double pointy. It's kind of funny. Well, live next Wednesday.
Oh, they are going to have a triple threat. A three-way. It's not sex.
That's gross. It was like dinner night, guys. Yes, I know it's way too late for dinner. Not really. Depends. Robbie's like, D, how big is the font on your monitor? Normal size.
5 o'clock somewhere.
For dinner?
Yeah. In Hawaii, they're just sitting down for dinner.
7:30 is not that late. You know, if you go to Europe, they don't eat dinner until like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night in some of those countries, like Italy and France and Spain.
Where the naked people dance. There's a hole in the wall where the can see it all.
Phil says, did I miss any women's matches by any chance? You just did.
It's just ended.
Jamie Hayter one just happened. Sorry, my friend. Carlito in the chat. Carlito says,
Carlito.
guess who's back? Back again. Tell your friends. Carlito's back.
Carlito back.
Blue's like, party poops. Well, at least the Elite is coming back. Yes. Looks like they are supposedly coming back. They did have a little weird promo for him during this show tonight.
The All Elite.
So, yeah.
I might even see him at the end of this show.
Yep. Piccolo says, oh, interesting. Well, there is some family elements and drama, and I guess Kung Fu Hustle has some serious parts as well. I was just curious if it was around the same type of thing. I like weird movies like that, so. Film says it's okay, thank you. And Pico says also they let 16-year-olds drink wine in Europe. Technically, in all reality, Piccola, anywhere in the United States, technically, depending on your state, most states will allow your children to drink as long as they have an adult present, guardian or parent that is present, and you're the one, with the alcohol. Now, you can't serve underage in bars or anything like that, right? And if you're drinking underage at a party, that's a different story, but from what I read, between 14 and 16 years old
There's
is
no
the
age. There's no age.
Or no age at all, there you go, whatever.
You can give a toddler a beer if you're their parent, and especially in this state.
And it doesn't matter. Now there might be some states that have some, but in all reality, right? So what we're talking about is when you're out and about, like if you go to a restaurant or anything like that, 6-year-olds can drink wine in Europe. In a lot of countries in Europe, yes. I agree with that statement completely. But technically in the United States they can too. They just can't do it at a bar. Robbie says, tea time is any time I am hungry. Carlito says, it's been a hot minute. Lots have changes since I left. Yeah, lots. Otis Linkman in the chat. Hey, Otis says AEW. That is what we are watching, Otis.
AEW. Yeah. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep. AEW Dynamite is what we're watching for sure. Robbie says,
right now
just don't drink and drive, you will spill it. Exactly. Otis says, Brian Cage versus Kenny Omega. Anyone? I don't know, that might be a little weird, but...
Why not?
Why not?
As long as Cage wins, right? Just kidding.
Carlito says, I can see a new camera setup. Yep. A little bit of a different setup got going on. Still in the process of change. Piccolo says, nice dream match. Thumbs up to Otis. Carlito says, Travis, you got to show me your cards one of these days.
Pentagon.
Your cards that you have that you thought you knew where they were, but they weren't there.
Yeah, I have some. I know where all my Barry Bonds are.
Yeah.
I have about 400 Barry. Well, no, there's probably more than that. About 1,000 Barry Bonds.
Otis says Jamie Hayter is very underrated. She's amazing. Vindicator says no way Penta is winning this, but I'm still intrigued to hang around a bit longer.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler, so it'll be interesting for sure.
It'll definitely be entertaining.
Yeah. Definitely will be entertaining and different, that's for sure.
But Moxley has the championship advantage.
Mm-hmm.
The champion always has the advantage.
Right.
Can't lose the title on a count out. You can't lose it on a disqualification.
Carlito says AEW doesn't let masked wrestlers win. What? Not true. Otis says, did CM Punk drop the ball or what?
He did something. Sure, and then he got hurt also.
He did. He hurt himself twice now. Piccolo says completely different style is going to be a nice main event. Yes. Yes, you're right. Piccolo, definitely different styles.
One's a brute and the other one's likes to get physical.
Physical. I want to get physical. Carlos says, I'm kidding, October Fools. Oh, yeah? You're kidding with your October Fools?
October Fool's Day.
October, huh? With the fools.
Yeah, we're all fools.
Very much so. Robbie says Ohio on the map. Okay. Carlito's like trick or treat. Pinky Hair says one likes tequila and the other one likes whiskey. Ernest Bell says I put the car on Instagram. Nice. I'll have to take a look.
Nice. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure I've probably seen it if it was a movie in the 80s.
Carlito says I need candy, trick or treat.
We got a whole bunch of candy out in the front room.
I have some fruit snacks right here. There you go. They might have an apple in there. Otis says, who's your favorite wrestler?
Right now? Bray Wyatt. He's finally back, so I can say it. Active? I don't know. But now I could finally say, yeah, Bray Wyatt. He's in wrestling again.
We'll see how it goes. Robbie says that's where the wrestler is from. Oh, Ohio. Okay. People says, were you ever a Dudley fan, Travis?
Yeah, I like the Dudleys. Still do. You know, if they decide to do anything, but definitely a Hall of Fame tag team. Maybe one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'd have to make a list of top tag teams of all time.
Carlito says, thanks, apples all day. Yeah, I understood the assignment. Those actually will sometimes have apples in there, so. Otis says, I want Bray Wyatt to dethrone Roman Reigns, and Ernest Bell says 1977 it was for the movie The Car.
Car.
Is it anything like Christine? Or Maximum Overdrive?
Does the car kill people?
Does the car kill people?
And if so, which it probably does, or they wouldn't call it The Car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Wraith or whatever. Isn't that the name of that show? Wraith?
The Wraith?
The Wraith.
I guess you could say the car kills people, but
It's the alien.
It's really him. But I don't know if he's an alien, but yeah.
Whatever. It like falls from the sky or something.
Robbie says John Mox will batter the guy. Just because he falls from the sky doesn't make him an alien. It's something else completely.
Yeah.
Depending on what you believe. Robbie says John Mox will batter the guy. Nah. Carlito says I do go trick-or-treating for one apple. Yeah. Picole's like, I liked Death Race.
Watch out for razor blades.
Actually, I like Death Race too.
Is that one of those ones that are with
It's
like
Jason's.
the chainsaw guys and all that?
It has Jason Statham in it, and he goes to a prison, and supposedly to help him, like they do these death races, and it shaves off time off of their sentence, supposedly. It's been a while since I've seen it. The first one was good.
I was just trying to think of
second
those
one
shows with the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? In their car shows.
Yeah.
Something Gear or something.
Yeah. Or Mad Max and stuff?
No.
Oh, no.
Do you not know the guy from Little China?
Yes.
Overboard? Russell. Yeah, Russell.
Are you talking about,
it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, I believe, and there's two of them.
Oh, Grindhouse.
Grindhouse Rules, yeah.
Death Race. Or Death something.
Yeah. That's what I thought
Is
you were...
it Death Race?
I
No,
thought that's what you were talking
maybe
about.
It's that one. I guess that one was pretty good. I thought I was talking about something else. Maybe I'm talking about a different movie. Chris says that would be sick if Penta won. He won't, but it would be pretty cool.
AEW
Carlita says, be
champion.
careful, kids. Candy could be laced with drugs.
Fentanyls and everything else.
Otis says fentanyl laced Skittles and Smarties, right?
Right.
And People says Death Proof. That was all right. That's the one. Death Proof. That's Grindhouse and Death Proof. Thank you. Yeah, it was okay. I like Death Race, though. But I like Jason Statham, so. But that one was kind of interesting. Robbie says, is Cincinnati, Ohio any good? No. Do not go there.
It's got a good football team. The Bungles.
No, it doesn't. Do not go to Ohio. Do not go to Cincinnati, Robbie. Do not go to Cincinnati. I tell you, don't go. Don't go. It's like the asshole of
Oh, don't be
the
mean.
Midwest. Picture-in-picture.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it to come back on.
Penta pulled John out of the ring.
Slamming his face into the steps out there.
That's nice of him.
Although he's not even hitting them.
Robbie's like, D people seem to big it up. Oh, yeah. They will. But don't do it.
That's where the Pauls are from in Ohio.
See what I mean about being
They might be more Cleveland-y,
but... Ernest says, remember Blood Race on Sci-Fi? I don't. I
don't. It kind of sounds familiar, but I don't.
People's like, y'all are serious. Hello, I bet Chicago is worse.
It's at least less safe.
I don't know. We'll have to talk to JVD about that one. I've just heard horrible things about Ohio. Pickle says it sounds familiar, and Robbie's like, if it's windy, it could be worse. LOL.
Well, Chicago's definitely windier.
It says it's called the Windy City. But I don't know. We live in a pretty windy place, too, so I think it's a lie.
If the wind ever stopped blowing, the house would fall over.
I don't think Chicago is as windy as they say it is. I seriously have a really hard time believing that. Not considering what we deal with. Ernest was like, Chicago is soft, the news wrap it for TV. Ooh. Ooh, Mox has a hurt belly.
Yeah, Mox taking it right to Penta.
Oh, no.
Big kick to the face. Jon Moxley getting all excited. Getting ready to start the second half of this match. The go-home part. We got about 12 minutes left, I think. Check a different watch. There we go. About 12 minutes left. They could go over. If the match is good enough. To jack your spine up a little bit. It sucks.
Does it? Does it suck?
That's what Taz said.
It's good to know, Taz. Thanks for telling us. I was worried I wouldn't know.
Moxley is going to bite him through the mask. Miss with the clothesline. Woo, sling blade. One of his premier moves. Tony Schiavone.
It's just silliness.
I don't feel like the crowd's into this match.
I don't feel that they're into this match either.
No fear.
I think it's because they already know who's going to win, so why bother, right?
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't have a good dance.
True. But
oh, pile driver.
I think people are just kind of weird like that. So.
1, 2, and no, thought that was it. Depends on when this ends to see if we're going to see the Elite. Because if this ends like pretty soon, then the Elite will come out. But if it doesn't end pretty soon, we won't see the Elite tonight.
Let's see, Pickle's like, since Malachi is gone, does that mean no more House of Black?
Probably.
Yeah.
And all that storyline with Jamie Hart, or whatever her name is.
Yeah, is he gone then?
I
So
don't know.
he's not with AEW anymore?
We just don't know. I don't.
Ernest Bell says, I'm out. See you Friday.
See you, Ernest.
Wasn't not stuck on TV. Don't forget, everybody, if you are watching SmackDown on TV on Friday, it will not be on Fox regular channel. It will be on FS1.
Fox Sports 1.
So, just so you have a reminder, it will be on FS1 on Friday. Ravi says Moxley making hard work of this match. And as Ernest says, go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Did he break it?
Oh, he didn't break it? I was hoping he would break it.
And tear your bicep.
Tear your bicep.
Well, he can't be a tag team champion because they don't have the tag team belts. Did you hear that? That was loud.
Did you hear the sound of that?
Jeez.
It's funny. Josh McManus is in the chat. Hey,
Hey,
Josh. Says, hi, everyone.
Hey,
hi,
good to see you
Josh.
here.
How's it going?
Thanks for joining us. It's about over. Jon Moxley's in there with Pentagon right now. Oh, TDT on the steps. And then they say what I say. So when you hear it at home, you probably think I'm copying that.
Right? Because they might be ahead of us and hear it before you say it. Josh says, I was at AEW last week when it was in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
eFootball Gaming World in the chat. Hey, eFootball Gaming says, how was Devil tonight? What? Who's the devil?
The devil went down, Georgia. Are you talking about somebody in AEW? I'd have to look to see if anybody's devilly.
I don't know who devil is. Really? I don't know who they're talking about. More info, please. Oh, MJF. He's talking about.
Ah, yes, we did get to see MJF, and it was awesome.
He popped
had
out
a
a promo.
great promo. 80s style, loud, screaming.
Anger. Told people.
He was out there with Jon Moxley's wife, so it was even funnier because he's going to be wrestling Moxley.
Right? Josh says he's a goof.
The goofy. Uh-oh. I think he just broke his neck. I didn't think he was going to kick out. I mean, he counted to 3. The referee had to stop.
Right.
It's like the old days of AEW.
Right.
But look at this. Look, his head really goes into the ground. I was like, is he dead?
He's dead. Dead.
Killed the guy.
Dead. He killed a guy.
Trying to be like Rey Mysterio out there. It's his idol.
Chris says 80s style as well. He called Renee Sugar Lips. Says he loves her LOL classic Ric Flair style.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome. He said all the nerds at home want to have sex with her. That's it. Jon Moxley with the dub.
We've got a lot of minutes left, so we'll see.
So we still have a good 6 minutes left, so we could see the Elite.
Josh says he almost reminds me of the Miz LOL. Yeah, MJF. A lot of people say that, actually.
Who's this? Oh, Morrissey.
The Firm out there beating him up. So we might not see whatchamacallums. The whatchamacallits.
Yeah, the Elite.
The
No,
Elite
I doubt
people.
they'll come out and save him.
Not with this. No. Robbie says Mox battered that lad. Not too bad. Stokely in his sweater of doom.
What was the big tall guy's name again? Morrissey.
That's Big Cass.
Well, I know what his name is in WWE. I just wanted to write down the name here.
Right? eFootball says I heard the job mocking, and when he said gargle your piss, I laughed so hard.
Oh, yeah. He was being Jon Moxley.
Chris says, but MJF is kind of better than Miz because he has more freedom to say worse things than Miz.
I was going to say Miz is probably a little bit freer to say what he wants. That's what I was going to say. But, yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Oh, my gosh. They were locked in a room in the back. That's why the Blackpool isn't out there helping Jon Moxley. Sad. Vindicator says, all right, guys, hoping we get fresh matches like this on that show where some people try to smack other people down. Until then, take care. Bye. Bye, Vin. We'll see you on Friday. Again, just a reminder, SmackDown will be on FS1 on Friday. Josh says, but I know if I say something about someone state you when you get your butt kicked. Robbie says, Mox, is he excited that his wife is at AEW?
Probably. Probably gets to see his babies a lot more. Oh, MJF coming down. He wants to help.
Robbie says, Mox, is he excited that his wife is at AEW? Sure. eFootball's like, thanks, guys.
Well, why wouldn't he leave him? What's he going to go down there and help?
Yes.
Oh, he is coming down to help.
What's he going to do?
Just help him. Like, he wants him to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. He's going to get attacked. I think MJF's about ready to get his ass handed to him.
Chris says, bye, Travis and D. Astros will sweep Phillies, baby. World Series 2022. Bye, Chris. Thanks for hanging out with us
There he goes.
tonight.
Moxley's down now. Now MJF's getting beat up after he saved Moxley. This is just a weird way to end a show.
Robbie's like, D, you're always excited that you see Travis on your wrestling channel. I am always excited to see Travis on my wrestling channel.
Woo.
Josh says, no, go Phillies.
Is that Ethan Page? It is Ethan. Why is he out there? I didn't know he was part of them.
I thought he was. I thought that guy was his little manager. Goodbye. It's your angry cat.
And down. Done.
MJF
is getting his ass handed to him. So is this like a face turn or something?
I don't know. As P. Cole says, his dynamic is still confusing. eFootball says Ethan is in the firm. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was in the firm from the beginning. Robbie says, oh, D, has AEW improved? No.
It's getting better, but it's not as good as it once was.
Yeah. It's, it might be coming back from where it was, but...
Morrissey's taken off his watch.
His watch and his...
So you have Wardlow come out and help him? I mean, I don't understand.
Help him. This is just dumb. Josh has MJF versus The Miz. Who win and why?
MJF wins because he's new. Miz puts people over.
And that's your reason why.
I mean, Miz losing to Johnny Wrestling and whoever, Ollie and...
Yeah, it's pretty sad what they're doing to him. I don't like it.
Chokeslam, MJF through a table.
Oh, man, he's broken.
MJF has put on a lot of mass lately, too.
Robbie's like, MJF got lines tonight. I guess so. Oh, gosh. Oh. Says, okay, it's time for me to go. Before I do, who will win a new Imprint tournament match, Bailey or Bliss?
Bliss.
Bliss. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. We really appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. And as another reminder, on Friday for SmackDown, Friday night SmackDown will be on FS1. That's Fox Sports 1. It will not be on the regular Fox station on Friday. Just as a quick reminder, everybody. All right, hopefully we'll see you guys on SmackDown on Friday. You guys take care out there.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.